Shalom, friends. Rabbi Bradley Shavit Artson of the Ziegler School of Rabbinic Studies at American Jewish University in LA. And I wanted to join together. It's now a couple days before the festival of Passover. And this is going to be a unique Passover for us to remember for a long time. Most of us are sheltering in our homes, which we should all be doing right now. And we're doing that to try to shift the curve as a way of showing our love and our care for each other and for all living things, to be able to lower the rate of the increase of the virus. So to all of you who are being careful for your friends and for those who are vulnerable, including ourselves, just a great big thank you for doing what God would have us do. Since it's a few days before Passover, and since this is a festival that talks about plagues, we'll have lots to talk about over the next couple days. But today, I want to focus on a verse in the Bible that talks about what it takes to think in advance. You see, Passover was one of those festivals that defined the children of Israel, and it required forethought. It required acting in advance. So here's what the Torah has to tell us about the upcoming event. Dabru el kol adat Yisrael, speak to the whole community of Israel lemor, and say to them, Be'asor l'chodesh hazeh, on the 10th day of this month, Vikhu lachem ish se levet avot se levait. Each person should take a lamb, and they should take it for their ancestral home, they should take it for their own house. So on the 10th of the month, 4 days before the festival of Passover is going to start, we need to think in advance. We need to take a sacrifice and set it aside. The rabbis teach us that part of that was the mindfulness of preparing, of knowing that the festival is about to begin. Part of it was to be able to indicate to our neighbors, we are about to march into freedom, and that's something you're not going to be able to stop. And the third piece was to be able to sequester the lamb so that it wouldn't get any blemishes in the time between now and Passover. That is to say, to be ready to be an offering, you have to be prepared. You have to have done the work. So let's think about what we can be doing, since this is no longer a time of animal sacrifice. What can we be doing to prepare ourselves for that time? Here we are sequestered in our homes, in our own places. It's creating hardship and challenges and difficulties of varying degrees all around the world. Can we not only focus on the hardships that are being imposed, but can we think about the liberation yet to come? There will be a day when we all open our doors and march back out into the world. It may not happen soon, it may not happen all at once, but we are heading towards liberation again. And what Passover teaches us by this ritual of sequestering the lamb 4 days in advance is that liberation doesn't just happen. Liberation takes preparation. It takes mindfulness. It takes being prepared. So what can we be doing now so that when we are released back into the world that we re-enter is a better one? And we who re-enter the world are better than we were beforehand. This is time for thinking about what really matters, thinking about what's essential and what can be surrendered. So many of the things we thought we needed, we have discovered, aren't what make us happy after all. That being able to connect to our loved ones, being able to restore and recenter our souls, being able to offer thanks and gratitude and to live in that space, that's what it takes. So as we prepare for my Jewish friends, brothers and sisters, those who are preparing for Passover, for my Christian friends, brothers and sisters who are preparing for Easter, for all of us, believers or not, I bless us all that we can do the work of preparation so that when the water parts, when the sea splits and we march again into freedom, which we will, when we do, we march there better, more resilient, more rooted, more compassionate than we have ever been. Shalom, everybody. Wonderful to see you.